Alright, in this video I got a few accessories for your DJI FPV system, mainly for the goggles here, but I got a couple cases here. This one here is actually the one I use the most. This case here houses both the transmitter, if you have the transmitter, and it's a perfect fit, along with the goggles with the antennas attached. And I picked this up on Amazon for about $33, I believe. It's around $30. There's a number of different vendors. I'll link some down below. It's decent quality. It's got a pretty thick top side here, so you could definitely stick a lot of stuff into the pocket here, some batteries or whatever. Definitely fit on top here, on top of the transmitter. I've actually fit a whole quad inside here, the Rocket Plus from Camera Review Rig. I can actually stick that in here along with some batteries and close the lid, and it zips up no problem. It's got a nice little handle here. Yeah, it's a nice little good setup, and it's not too expensive. Now there's another case here that I have from NewBeeDrone, and it's just for the goggles only. Now the thing is, with this case, I got some other stuff in here I want to show you. I'll show you here a little bit later. Is you cannot stick the goggles in here with the antennas attached. If you remove the antennas, the goggles will fit in here just fine, and you can actually include like a battery or something as well. And then there's a little space up here for extra stuff on top. But you do have to remove the antennas, which is why I don't use this particular case. And yeah, I'm going to actually give this away. So I'll put some instructions down in the video description if you are interested in picking this up. If you guys want to, whoever wins it, I'll have to pay for shipping. But yeah, kind of a secret giveaway. I'm not putting in the title or anything, so if you guys are watching this in the video, this case here I'm going to give away because I'm not going to be using it. Okay, so I'll talk about a few more accessories for the goggles themselves, and mainly the foam for the faceplate here. And I switched to this DJI foam. This is actually from DJI. It's sold by a number of different vendors. NewBeeDrone, I think, Race Day Quads, DJI itself. You can check the links down in the description. But this one is a little bit thicker than the standard foam. And here's the standard foam on here. And this one is kind of a it's not uncomfortable, but it's a smooth kind of a silicone rubber, and it's a decent fit. Not a whole lot of leakage. I get some in the nose area. I get that also with this one here as well. It does include this little piece here to help sort of block some of that, but I may come up with some other solution. It doesn't really bother me too much. And then I do like the fact that it's nice and flexible. It's really soft. This is really comfortable, and it's a little bit thicker, so it helps my eyes focus a little better with my glasses on, which kind of gets me to the next point, where I tried using this cheaper URUAV foam. I don't know if it's actually cheaper or not, but it's thinner. So let me just get it out of the bag first. Yeah, so this foam does fit the goggles fine, but it is a thinner material and thinner foam, so it does make my face press against or get closer to the lenses with my glasses on, so I can't actually focus on the screens. So if you have the problem where you need your face or eyes closer to the lenses, then this might be a better option than this really super thick foam or the standard foam. But if you need thicker foam to get further away from the screens, then obviously this one is not going to be good for you. So yeah, I'm just presenting this as an option in case you find that you need thinner foam. Then this could possibly work. It's comfortable, it's nice, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that because it's thinner, when you put it up on your when you actually wear it, it makes your eyes closer to the screens. So I'm not going to be using this as well. I'll be giving this away. Check the description for instructions. And then this goggle strap is also from URUAV. Yeah, just uses Velcro here to attach to the sides. And then there's a small battery compartment here on the side if you want a small battery. But this is, I don't know, in my opinion, kind of weak. It didn't feel like it was very secure. It's lighter for sure, and also doesn't feel as hot if it's hot outside compared to the standard strap here. The standard strap feels more secure in my opinion. This one is just kind of an alternate if you just want something lighter and you want to use the battery compartment here. That's the, I guess it's on this side. That's the only really advantage on this one here. It is a little bit lighter. Not sure about the strength. It seems fine. It shouldn't break, but it doesn't feel as secure in my opinion compared to the standard strap. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is these analog receiver adapters for the DJI goggles. So they'll let you use something like a rapid fire or something like that. These are sold in a number of different places. I picked this one up from Banggood. This is a URUAV one. It comes like this, and this is the parts. And then this is the one that I purchased from Race Day Quads, and they're identical as far as I can tell. The parts are all the same in the way the boards look. So let's go ahead and pull this out, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so the main feature of this adapter board is this little board here. Goes to the side and hold on by those two screws. You remove those and then stick those on here like this, along with this little plastic piece here that goes on the side. Now the thing is, like when you put this on here like this, it just kind of sticks out. And then when you put your module on here, it's not too secure. I've seen people use rubber bands to hold it together. You could do that. It's a little ghetto. There are 3D printed parts you could print out for this if you want, to make it a little bit nicer, more secure. But essentially what this does is you have your analog adapter here, or your analog receiver, and then you have these, you have a power adapter here, so this has power in and power out. So this actually requires power from your battery, and there's a 5-volt voltage regulator right there that will send 5 volts to your receiver module, and then it'll send power back out to your goggles. This other cable here, and then this one here will send the actual video signal from the receiver module, or this receiver module adapter right there, and into the AV in port here on the side. So I actually haven't had a chance to use this setup yet. I just got these parts recently, but I do plan on testing this with rapid fire a little bit later. I do know that if the signal gets very low, or if you lose signal, then like some monitors will give you a blue screen, while on the DJI goggles it will give you the DJI logo screen as if the goggles are rebooting, and it takes a few seconds. Like, it's not like instant, it doesn't come back right away when the video signal comes back. So I'll have to see how bad that is in terms of user experience. I've heard some reports that it's not so great, and others like it doesn't bother them at all. It kind of depends on how good your receiver is, and how sketchy of an area you fly in, and how poorly the video signal gets. So I think it's, your mileage may vary depending upon your situation, so keep that in mind. But I think this is, it's a pretty inexpensive parts, like 12 bucks. And if you plan on just sticking with one set of goggles, like for analog and digital, and maybe you're gonna be finding mainly digital for most of your bigger stuff, and then maybe analog for like whoops and stuff like that at close range, then something this might be viable in terms of like having to only have one set of goggles instead of having to have this and then keep a set of HDOs and rapid fire as well. You can probably sell those off if you just want to have one set of goggles, and this is, I think, could be a viable option for those folks that are interested in that. Okay, so the last thing is I want to show you these patch antennas that go on and replace the stock little circular polarized antennas here that are on the goggles. Supposedly this gives you better reception range. I'm going to test these out, and I'll have a separate video and show you some footage as to see if there's any difference on that, but just want to show you that this will be coming up a little bit later. And that's going to be it for this video. I'll put all links to everything down in the description. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.